Let's talk about coming out of the closet and how it relates to disability. Hello, my name is Kendra. I'm disabled. I also study disability. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about disclosing that you are disabled. July is Disability Pride Month, and I find it very fitting that it follows up immediately after LGBTQIA+ Pride Month, because coming out as disabled is very similar to coming out as queer. A lot of queer people remember the first time that they came out of the closet. But for most queer people, coming out is not a one-time experience. It is something that happens every single time that they go to build a connection with somebody else, whether that's friendship or platonic. Sharing that part of their identity becomes something normalized and no longer has to be this big conversation that they sit down to share with you. And coming out as disabled is very similar. And the first few times that I came out to people as disabled, it felt like this very big disclosure. And I was afraid of how that would change how they see and perceive me, which has been very similar to my experience with coming out as queer. And just like with coming out as queer, it's not been a one-time experience. With every new relationship that I build with others, coming out occurs again. However, as I've gotten more used to it and more understanding of the reactions that I will get from the people around me, it has become less of a conversation that I feel the need to sit people down to share. And because disability affects me every day, it's also wrapped up in everything that I do. When someone asks about my hobbies and I say I share accessible cooking content, the follow-up questions are often the disclosure. It's as easy as being asked to go on a group hiking trip and responding, "I'd love to, my lungs suck, let me know where y'all are grabbing a beer afterwards and I'll join." It's also, yes, I definitely want to grab dinner with you. I do have celiac, which can make things a little bit challenging to find a place with good gluten-free options. I have a list of favorites. Should I send you a few and you can decide where we want to go? I have learned that when I talk about my disability as a neutral thing, and when I disclose it in a neutral way as just another fact about myself, the way people accept that information is often similar. If you have an invisible disability, for lack of a better term, whether or not you choose to disclose that you are disabled when you are forming relationships is entirely up to you. But I promise you that the more you practice it, the easier it becomes, and it stops feeling like this big conversation that you need to sit someone down to have. And yes, you are absolutely going to lose people because you are disclosing. You are going to find people that are not the support that you want. And that is one of the biggest blessings that you can get. Because on the flip side of that, you are also going to open the door to build stronger relationships than you've ever had before. You are going to create opportunities for the people around you to show up in ways that they otherwise didn't know you needed. When you're trying to build any type of relationship with someone and you choose to hide such a big part of yourself, it is like you are laying the bricks of a wall around you when you are attempting to build a bridge. The more that I fully embrace disability within myself, the less that sharing that with others felt like it needed to be a disclosure. It's a fact. It's a part of me. It is a coming out that I will continue to do for the rest of my life. However, the longer I do it and the more that I accept it within myself, the less that coming out or disclosure feels like it needs to be something I think about.